Hey guys, I'm Joyce. Welcome to my video diary. I'm actually not making a diary entry right now, so maybe I shouldn't say welcome to my video diary. I don't know. That is my channel name. Anyway, I'm talking about time management tonight. There are lots of votes, I'll call it, for and I'm gonna let you know I'm reading notes. I made some notes earlier, so that's why I'm going to keep looking away from the camera. There's the slow and steady approach, the consistency, be consistent and you'll get there. Then there's also Monday Hour One, which it's the name of a method, but it's just pretty much scheduling yourself, putting on your calendar and your time schedule what you're going to do when, and then honoring that. I mean, just sticking to it once you've decided. There's also the suggestion to reward yourself along the way. Do things that are fun while you're doing whatever it is that you're doing in order to get it done. And I have been doing that with, you know what? I kind of skipped over. I mean, this is about time management, but specifically I'm thinking of like this Playpen that I got a hair on my camera on my phone. I'm specifically thinking of this playpen that I'm creating for the shelter cats, and how long it has taken me to do it, how many times I've quit on it, how many times I've wanted to quit on it. So that's the framework I should have mentioned in the beginning, which I did not. Now you know. So, the rewards along the way, I have been doing that. And I do recommend it. That could be like playing music while you're doing something, or in my example today when I was working on the pen, and I'm not finished for today, but while I was working on the pen, I was listening to podcast episodes, which I really enjoy. It's something that I'm learning. I really like learning things. So that's a real motivator for me while I'm doing something else. Now this playpen, this part that I'm doing is mostly manual. It doesn't really take any thought except for figuring out the best way to put the cable ties through. But if it were something else that I were doing that required more thought, then I put on background music. I call it my focus time music. It's just something kind of hypnotic, and I like the sound of it. So that helps keep me going when I'm working on something that does require my attention and my focus. Anyway, so those are three approaches that are talked about often, I think, and I would like to suggest a different additional approach. I would like to suggest an additional approach, and that is to know yourself and know what you're working with, meaning you're working with you, however you function in your brain, however you function in your body. This is what you're working with. And if you know yourself, that can help you work with that instead of not necessarily following other people's rules about the best way to do it. I mean, I agree. Slow and steady is a great approach. Being consistent is a great approach. I love the Monday Hour One program. Also, I know how I am. And I don't mean a lot of people will say, and I have said, I'm very self-judgmental. And I have often said to myself, well, I know how I am. I don't finish things. I'm probably not going to finish this. I'm probably going to quit on this, and this is going to be another unfinished project. That's a really bad attitude. For one thing. And you could say it's all true, but what is also true is that there are lots of things that I have finished. And sorry, I'm looking at my notes. There are lots of things that I have finished. And, if I go through in my head, when I ask myself, well, what else is true? Have I actually finished anything? Yeah, I have. Yeah, there are things that I have finished. I finished a bunch of knitted hats several years ago. And it wasn't necessarily a goal, but I did finish a lot of them. And I also got our organization is officially a 501c3 nonprofit. That is something that I finished. That one took me, oh my God, 2 years, 3 years. But, so then look at these things that, I'm just giving an example. So looking at these things that I have finished, things that are encouraging truths, things that lift me up, because when I realize, I have finished a lot of things. Maybe I could finish this. Maybe I will finish this. What can I do to help me finish this playpen? And so looking at these past examples, like the 501c3, ultimately, I got help. I hired LegalZoom, and they took care of it for me. It cost me money, but it got done. So that's one thing, one option. I'm just noticing, what is it that helps me get things finished? Sometimes it's asking for help. Sometimes it's paying for help. With the knit hats, it was a pattern that was really easy. It was easy to remember. After I'd made a couple, I didn't have to look at the pattern anymore, because it was, like I said, it was easy to remember. It was really quick. In the land of creating knit projects. A hat is a lot faster than making a sweater. Excuse me. So it was quick. It was easy to remember, so I could repeat it. I could kind of go on autopilot after a couple of hats. But I also kept it interesting. It didn't get boring for me, because I was using different yarns. I was using different colors. So I'm just noticing all of these things that are components of projects or of things that I have finished before. And thinking, okay, well, how can I incorporate that into what I'm doing now to help me finish this? Let me look at my notes again. Okay, yeah, there's all of that. Oh, there's some more noticing. To be very specific or very timely, I don't know. I'm searching for words. It is 9:30 at night. I have just finished my dinner, and I have noticed that I'm done for the day when I finish dinner. It doesn't matter what time I got up in the morning. I could have been up for just like 10 hours. If I'm eating dinner, that's it. That's the end of my day. I'll just end up watching YouTube videos. Hey, YouTube. And then just dragging myself through the things that I believe I need to do to